It's coffee break! Another week of this.
Almost Christmas. And I think Hanukkah started?
No, Hanukkah ended.
Oh, it ended.
Ended on Friday.
Happy belated Hanukkah, everybody. Woo!
Yeah, happy holidays. Yeah, this is not the Christmas episode.
No, but...
I decided because of Christmas is on a Monday and this comes out on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, we'll make next week the Christmas episode.
Makes sense. It's so... Having it be on Monday is so weird. Like, it doesn't feel like it lines up well with any, like, week.
Well, yeah, so it's on a Monday, and then the next Monday after that is New Year's.
Yeah.
So I got this weird thing at my job, just to share what's going on there. Because I'm curious if you guys have weird schedules like this too, but because Christmas is on a Monday, I also get Friday off.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a 4-day weekend. I come back on Tuesday, the 26th.
Yeah.
And I work till Thursday because I get that next Friday off because I get another 4-day weekend for New Year's.
It is weird. It's because usually you expect like the weekend stuff to be at the quote unquote end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
But having it be on Monday is technically the beginning, though it doesn't really change anything, I guess.
No, it's just in a weird spot.
It was weird for me because I was like, I'm not gonna release a video the week of Christmas, and then I was like, well, which week is the week of Christmas? I decided next week.
Yeah, I would say next week too, just because. So I had this really cool gig back in college.
Okay.
And I worked for this mom and pop shop, and we were building basically elevator parts.
Yeah.
Right? And one of the coolest things was they would shut down the warehouse. So this Friday they would shut down that warehouse,
Mm-hmm.
and they wouldn't open up until the 2nd. So you get a whole week off.
That is cool. That's really nice.
And yeah, like to me, I've always, because of that and how much I really enjoyed that schedule,
Mm-hmm.
to me it's when the weekend of Christmas hits to the 2nd
Yeah.
you should not work at all.
And then it makes sense because when you get Christmas gifts, you have that whole week to enjoy your Christmas gifts.
Yep, and then you got New Year's.
Yeah.
So then you can really help that hangover. Sorry, I do not sound enthused today. The seasonal depression's really hitting me today.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I've been very sad. I've been a sad boy.
Aw. You seemed pretty happy yesterday when we hung out.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
And then, on top of that, I work 10 hours.
Yeah.
Because I have that time off. I'm trying to supplement my income with that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be a long 4 days.
It might end up being a pretty short coffee break, but knowing us, we tend to just chatter, so...
No, it's plenty of an hour, like usual.
Yeah? Like usual? Like an hour and 20 minutes, like usual?
Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing too much like that.
Mm-hmm.
We watched a lot of things, which we will talk about when we get there.
Yep.
There's not much news. The big news is the actor who voiced Max Payne passed away.
Max Payne?
It's an older video game.
Oh, what was his name? Do you know the actor's name?
I forgot his name.
Dang, because I don't recognize that actor, but I bet I probably know who he is just for other roles he's done.
Well, I think it's really sad because the guys who made Max Payne is Remedy.
Mm-hmm.
And they just dropped Alan Wake 2.
Yeah.
Right? And they said their next game is they're going to go remake Max Payne.
Dang.
And then that happened. So that's very sad.
That's sad.
But we have more news.
Uh-huh.
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
That happened really quick. That happened maybe an hour before we started recording this.
We were sitting here talking about, like, oh, the trial's gonna happen. It won't be until, like, next year, because these things always take forever.
Nope, they went right through it.
And it just immediately, like, nope, he's gone.
Well, he's found guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And then immediately Disney was like, you're done. They fired him instantly.
The main thing I'm seeing is people being like, great, so why didn't DC do that with Ezra Miller? like, oh, you can just drop an actor as soon as you find out they're a bad person. We don't need to continually insist on making this really terrible movie no one wants.
What I never understood about Ezra, their casting as the Flash, was they wanted to make the Flash more Spider-Man.
Yeah, like...
Right?
Yeah, quippy.
And Batman was supposed to be his...
like Iron Man.
Yeah, what is it?
Mentor?
Mentor.
Yeah.
I was going to say master, and I was like, that's not right. They wanted to go with that dynamic, which it worked well for Homecoming.
It sure did.
Right? Far From Home.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And then No Way Home. Peter is a little more grown up, but there is Strange still watching out after him.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to eventually stop relying on older dudes to solve all his problems.
True. But it's also a fun way to bring in these other characters.
I think it made much more sense with Spidey and Iron Man because Iron Man gave
Spidey's a kid?
yes, but also Iron Man gave him a suit that like made sense in universe. So it like complemented Spidey's abilities, and also it was a Tony suit. From what we saw with the Flash and Batman, other than Batman being there, he didn't give Flash anything all that special.
He already had that armored suit,
yeah,
and he doesn't even wear it in the movie.
It doesn't help that in those movies, that Batman was never established as being like the techie one who built the things he's using. He just kind of has them.
Yeah.
Supposedly by Fox, if that character was ever still around.
Never saw him in there, but I do remember Alfred was fixing his helmet.
Yeah.
Which implies Alfred's the one building these things, I think.
And then beyond that, like, nothing about the Flash's abilities makes sense when you look at Batman. Like, oh, the guy that goes really, really quickly and can time travel, and the man who
has no power.
Stands like a gargoyle on top of buildings. Yeah, what a good master protege.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, how do you feel about Jonathan Majors being fired? Because they haven't decided what they're going to do with Kang. There's still those rumors of recasting or rewriting.
I think it's mighty unfortunate that they just had him be a major role in Loki season 2.
It's okay to have him as a major thing.
Yeah, like they couldn't have predicted this, and they filmed like a year ago or something.
Yeah, they filmed way ahead of time.
Yeah.
You can recast him.
You can.
I still want Kang. I don't want you to move away from it.
Yeah.
I want 7, 8, and 9 to be about Doctor Doom.
Yes. Like we can
Doctor Doom and Galactus, that would be so amazing.
Especially because we've it's been a little, but we've spent time on Kang. Mm-hmm. We've been establishing him.
We've seen a few different versions of him.
So for him to just like quietly whisper away would be not only way disappointing, but also like I feel like we're building up to that for a reason, right?
Yeah, we were supposed to fight all the Kangs.
And we have all these Avengers. And having all these Avengers fighting all these Kangs make a lot more sense than all these Avengers. And here's Doctor Doom with his lightning powers.
What is his power?
Isn't it just the lightning stuff? He also like manipulates. I think he's using electricity to move the metal.
But he's not Magneto.
No, it's just electricity. From what I remember, there could be more to him. He's also super smart, so he builds things.
Yeah, I know he's intelligent, but I don't really know what his powers are.
I know he wears a green hoodie. That's a superpower.
Yeah, so, One Piece. Just got a huge announcement.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, too. It was during the weekend when they did this.
It was like yesterday or something.
And it's called The One Piece. It is a remake of the animated series.
Yeah, it's
with the team WIT. WIT.
I know.
They did
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan and Spy X Family.
Oh, did they? I didn't know that. I haven't seen Spy X Family, but it looks cute.
A lot of people like that one. Mm-hmm. You got enough going on in there where it's like this might actually work. Are they going to cut out? Like I saw someone they sat there and did all the math. And I was like, oh my God. And they're like, so if we don't do any fillers and we just adapt the story, and they adapt about 2 to 3 chapters per episode, it will take them approximately 500 episodes to get where the manga is right now.
Jesus.
And by the time they get there, the manga might already be finished.
And already, there's like 1,000 episodes. Also, some would argue that the filler is some of the best parts. Well, let's be honest, the fun of Ash on his Pokemon journey was not him fighting the gym leaders. It was the random stupid Pokemon he encountered along the way.
He barely fights any gym leaders.
I know, and he usually loses.
Yeah, like, that shows nothing but filler.
Yeah. I don't know what to expect, because I'm wondering if it's going to be like that. Like how there was Dragon Ball Z, and then there's Dragon Ball Z Kai.
We just call it Kai.
Which just, like, speedrun the whole thing.
Yeah, I didn't like Kai because it went way too fast.
It did.
And I was like, whoa, maybe I want some of that filler in there.
Yeah.
I don't need to be fighting Frieza in the 20th episode.
It's when they, like, oh, and suddenly Piccolo's hanging out with, like, Gohan. And I'm like, when did that happen? I'm just supposed to know?
I remember when they first started doing Kai, they were showing it off on TV for Adult Swim.
Mm-hmm.
And it was after Teen Titans.
Wow.
Yes. So I was just a little boy, and I remember I was watching one of the Sane Saga episodes.
Cool.
But it was about Piccolo training Gohan out in that desert.
Yeah.
And they took, because I read the manga, they took a lot and condensed it down into one episode.
Yes.
And it was a lot of information to receive, because that training's supposed to take like a year or something like that.
Yeah, he just straight up steals Goku's kid to, like, make him as strong as he can.
He doesn't steal him.
Well...
That was Goku's wish.
Sure.
He wanted to make sure Gohan was strong enough in case this ever happened again.
I'll rephrase it. He stole Chi-Chi's kid, because Goku did not ask Chi-Chi first.
He's a terrible dad.
He so is.
He's probably the most pathetic turnip farmer I've ever seen.
He really, yes.
And the fact that he painfully uses human devices.
Yeah. And
refusing to use any of his powers.
And you know who's better? You know who he's just copying? Tien Shinhan.
Are they farmers?
Yeah, he did it first. And he has this ability, he never uses it in Dragon Ball Z, but he has this ability where he can grow a second pair of arms.
Yeah, I know that.
And so he uses all 4 arms to pull more turnips.
Wow. Yeah, so I'm excited for the One Piece thing. It's going to be for Netflix. There's a team up with Netflix and Wit Studios.
Mm-hmm. I did see, some people were like, I don't know, I think it's disrespectful to announce like some sort of reboot or remake while an anime is still currently airing. And my argument is, it's 1,000 episodes. Come on, the original One Piece animations are so old.
I've only seen the anime up to Alabasta. I've thought about it for years jumping back in.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It's too much. And so now with this reboot, I can jump into the reboot.
Yeah.
Sadly, we have to begin with the East Blue stories all over again.
Yeah, that's always the thing. It's like when people are like, I want a reboot of Ruby. And I'm like, but I don't want to go back to Beacon again.
Yep.
Ugh. Every spin-off is in Beacon.
Yeah, I think it would be boring. It's like, yeah, this is Zoro. He has 3 swords. Where's the other sword go?
Especially since we just did the live action, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Weird choices. I don't know. Guess we'll see.
Yeah. So, we were talking about Batman yesterday.
Yes, he often gets brought up.
we were talking about Batman because I was trying to think who you're going to cast as Batman for the DCU.
Yeah.
For the Brave and the Bold.
Yeah.
And that I was telling you, Gunn's plan, he casted Cornsweat.
Yeah, for Superman?
Yeah, David Cornsweat.
Yes. An unfortunate sounding last name.
It's not spelled like that, though.
I know.
But I'm pretty sure that's how you're supposed to say it.
Still.
It was like when Cavill...
Yeah, no one could pronounce his name right for
and then
years.
he finally said it was Cavill. And I was like, oh, I thought it was Cavill.
It was like when Taylor Lautner went on, like, he just referenced his name in a TikTok, and everyone's like, we've been calling you Taylor Lautner this whole time. What do you mean it's Lautner? Yeah.
But, so David got casted as Soups. Mm-hmm. And David's, like, 29 years old. He'll be 30 when he plays the character. And that's what he wanted. He wanted a 30-year-old Superman.
Makes sense.
He wanted him to be a young adult, but not too far from being a kid.
Okay.
Right? To tell this... It's going to be kind of an origin story.
They're always an origin story.
Well, he's got to ground it somewhere, right?
True, but like, oh, we're starting back at the East Blue. Oh man, do I have to see Martha die?
Yeah. Well, Martha's not supposed to die.
I meant Wayne. Do I have to see the Wayneses die? Oh man, is there an alien baby in that farm? Oh gee.
Go get me that weird orphan and the alien baby out in Kansas. We're gonna make a team.
And we'll get that same shot of like his mom and dad standing there in front of the mini crater of like this pod, and the pod is open and there's just little baby Clark Kent. Every single time.
Yeah. So for Batman, he wanted to cast a 40-year-old.
Okay.
He wants him to be older to not only be a little more...
Like he's been around the block. He's done this before.
He's also a dad.
Yeah, he has Damian.
Yep, Damian's already alive.
Which, fine. Is he going to be actively being Robin and in this point in time? Good. Because we haven't ever had Robin.
No. It's a story of Batman and Robin. But the thing is, Robin is the piece of shit that's trying to kill Batman.
I know. God, I hate Damian.
Which tells me we're going to get Talia, his mom.
Yeah.
And Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, unless they change anything.
And if you call him Raz, I'm done with you.
Raz.
I can't do it. I hate that those movies became so popular and they just call him Raz. And it's like, it's Ra's.
It doesn't even look like it should be pronounced Raz. Like, looking at the name.
Yeah, it's R.
It's like R-H-A-U.
No, it's R-A-S.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how you spell Raz.
What about Raish?
Well, no, it's Raish, but it's spelled like Raz, but the thing is there's a like underscore above the A.
Ah, yeah.
Anyways, so I was trying to figure out because everyone who plays Batman ends up fucking hating it.
Has Robert Pattinson hating it? Has he?
No, but I was reading about this, which I thought was interesting. When James Gunn took over, he wanted Robert Pattinson to be his Batman. And Matt Reeves, who directed The Batman 2,
yeah,
The Batman 3,
yes,
The Penguin,
sure,
and I'm guessing The Penguin too,
uh-huh.
and The Joker, but not to be confused with the other two Jokers.
Yeah.
But I'm sure at like 2026 we'll have a Joker movie. Joke's on you.
Jesus.
I'm calling it. Anyways, the guy who plays Jack Reacher, Alan Rickman.
You never finished your sentence.
About what?
James Gunn said he wanted Robert Pattinson, but the guy who directed all the Batmans,
Matt Reeves,
said
no.
Is there a reason why?
Because that's his Batman.
Okay.
He doesn't want the DCU to be touching anything with his Batman universe.
I don't blame him.
Makes sense. Keep the control.
Watching how those universes have just fallen apart.
Yeah. So there was rumors that the guy who's playing Jack Reacher right now, Alan Rickman, who's fucking jacked.
Yes. Huge.
He sat down for an interview and somebody asked him, they're like, you hear the rumors about you playing Batman? And he was just ecstatic. Aww. He was like, I would love to play Batman.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And he was comparing how awesome Jack Reacher is to Batman.
They are similar.
And that they can just beat up bad guys.
They are very similar.
And I was like, Okay, well, I guess in less than 24 hours, my answer got questioned somehow. And I am totally game for him playing Batman.
And James Gunn hears, like, news about that, and he's like, get the agents! Run! Now! I'll get him on the phone!
Trap him in a contract as soon as you can. No, if someone shows excitement to play the character...
Mm-hmm. Especially because everyone else seems to hate the idea. Especially now, because, like, a lot of people... Because when superhero movies were on the rise, everyone was, like, popping in to be some sort of superhero somewhere in it. And now that they're falling back down again, a lot of people are like, I don't want to get stuck in those superhero contracts. So, on top of the discomfort of playing Batman, and you got this guy going, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Get him.
Yeah, you want him. And he's already doing the action stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So... Saw 11 got announced for next year.
Hooray.
Which I think is way too fast.
Yes.
Because Saw came out in 2001?
Yeah, it feels like it. Like that kind of grain.
Well, yeah, it still has that film grain on it.
Uh-huh.
You can tell they shot it on actual film.
The editing.
It's good, man.
The editing of the color correcting.
Oh, dude, the red versus the green thing?
It just looks like... Do you remember those old commercials that were like anti-piracy commercials? Like, you wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't steal a...
Yeah.
So why would you steal a movie? And it's like too intense.
So, the success of Saw, I think it took them a year. It might have been 2 years, but once Saw 2 hits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every Halloween season for the next, what are there, 7?
I think, yeah, 6 or 7.
So it's 6 years of nonstop Saw.
Mm-hmm.
Every year was Saw.
Yep.
I would go to the theaters and watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then after the 7th one, which was the final chapter.
As we're talking about Saw 11.
When that happened, and also it's just not a good movie.
It's so not.
Yeah, there's nothing really going on for it. And they just try to throw everything together to make it tie up. And
yeah, and it didn't even do very good.
Yep. And then it took them years, almost 10 years, to come back, and they did Jigsaw.
To a pretty good success. Not amazing.
Some people don't like Jigsaw. And then there was another one, Spiral.
Yeah, which people don't like that one much either. Some people do.
Yeah, I like them both.
I think the thing is, I think Saw in general is polarizing. I think it's always going to be, some people don't like it, some people do.
Then why is there 11 of them now?
Because people keep watching them. And they're also probably really cheap to make.
Mm-hmm. They're really easy to make, too.
Mm-hmm. Get one room, just rent a warehouse.
Yep.
Put some, like, broken bottles around, and you're golden.
So, back to Matt Reeves.
Okay.
Some DCU stuff is happening, right?
Alrighty.
Matt Reeves had another show that he was going to work on for his Batman universe. And this was the Arkham one.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Where it was supposed to be like something is living inside Arkham and it's causing the inmates to go crazy.
That is the one I've wanted to see.
So there was rumors, and apparently they are true. He's not going to do it.
Damn. Oh,
and then it just got brought back.
What? Oh, this roller coaster.
And it will not be part of the Matt Reeves Batman universe.
That's fine.
It will be part of the DCU.
That's fine. Whatever.
But he will still be watching over it.
All I really want is an opportunity to see all of Batman's rogues gallery.
That would be fun.
That's all I want. That's the fun part, is the villains and their wackadoo powers and whatever.
Yep. Their crazy personalities.
Mm-hmm. It's like Suicide Squad, but without all the dumb plot points of Suicide Squad.
So there's a new Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
Kill the Justice League.
Yeah, people are, like, torn on it. Because they're like, oh, it's dumb that they have to kill the Justice League. And it's like, you gotta be paid for it.
You don't have to.
You don't need to play the game.
So rumors got released. I tried to look into them. Some of these things I was like, really? Nolan North playing Superman? Like, that's a fucking spoiler?
Mm.
Is that?
Is it?
Is it?
I was pretty.
Did you know Tara Strong's voicing Harley again?
What? Who would have guessed?
I was just like, okay, I don't
Let
care.
me guess, Yuri Lowenthal is going to be in here somewhere too. Laura Bailey's going to be somebody.
I didn't see their names on there.
I guess.
But Samoa Joe is playing King Shark.
Yay.
James Gunn came out and said after the Suicide Squad game, we're going back to the Arkham games.
Okay.
Because remember, he created this Bible where cartoons, video games, movies, TV shows
too much
are all going to be part of the same thing.
I don't know. I feel like that's way too ambitious. It's going to make it hard working with developers and stuff. And also, I don't know.
I'm excited we're going back to Arkham.
Yes.
I love the first game. I love Arkham City.
Arkham World.
Yeah.
Arkham, this time we're in space. Arkham Galaxy.
Arkham Moon. Free DLC.
Arkham 64. Super Arkham 64. Crawled out of a green pipe. My princess is in another castle.
Instead of jumping, he just shoots his grappling hook to the pole to bring the flag down.
Toad just screams, "Oh my god! Batman, no!"
That would be really dumb.
So stupid.
He's like actually beating the crap out of Bowser.
Everyone's just like, I don't want to do this. You can have the
Bowser's
star.
just crying on the ground.
Thanks, Batman. You saved me.
No, Arkham Origins. There's a fourth game in there. I like that one too. But Arkham Knight, I thought was dog.
Really?
Oh god, I couldn't even play it. It was horrible, and it's because they introduced the Batmobile.
Oh.
It just doesn't play right.
Yeah, oh man, too often video game sequels will be like, and now here's this goofy mechanic.
Well, it's one of the saddest things to me is Arkham Asylum's the first one, right?
Mm-hmm. Legendary. Everyone loved it.
You're Batman in Arkham Asylum. What else do you want?
Scarecrow's level was the level.
And then they upped it again with Arkham City, which won Game of the Year.
And it actually scared me at one point in time. Because there is one person, I don't remember who they were, maybe it was Calendar Man. Someone would call on, like, telephones, and you would have to, like, pick up the phone to, like, track him down. It was some side quest thing. And I was playing with my sisters, and it was the middle of the night, and we were playing, and then our actual real-world phone rang, and it freaked us out.
Who's calling you in the middle of the night?
It was one of our mothers.
Oh, the check-in?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then they did that third one. So it's interesting that we're going to finally come back to Arkham. Again, it's also been, like, almost 10 years. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why...
Because
just do something new.
Well, but why? When Spider-Man is still just regurgitating the same old boring gameplay mechanics that Arkham has.
Damn, you're gonna do another week of trashing on Spider-Man fans?
I'll never stop. It's too easy. Also, that gameplay I think is super boring. It's so... There's no skill involved.
You want to talk about that gameplay?
It's just a QuickTime simulator. Everyone, like, pooped their pants and was upset at, like, David Cage's games, like Beyond Two Souls, because it's just quick times. And then they sit there and jerk off to the Spider-Man game, and I'm like, it's still just quick times. What do you mean? You just gotta wait and see which button you press, just because the animation is more flashy.
So they stole that, or borrowed it, depending who you are. I think they stole it. They stole that from the Arkham games.
Yes, you can tell.
It's the same buttons.
Yeah.
Triangle is counter.
It looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like
combos are the same and all that. What's interesting is the web slinging.
Yeah.
So, obviously it's a part of Spider-Man.
It sure is.
And if you're going to make a 3D world, you're going to want him to swing around in it.
Uh-huh.
Right? Just like he does in the comics and now everything else. Spider-Man 2, the video game, the official video game for the movie, was the first ones to actually do that.
And that's the one no one can get over, and that's why every single Spider-Man game is
And they've
super
all
boring.
been like this.
Because everyone's like, oh, but the second one was so good. So if it's not exactly like the second one, they're like, oh, it's not as good as the second one was. Spider-Man, ugh. Go off.
Okay, that was it.
No. We got more.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
We got the box office.
We got, box office trolls.
Okay, number 1, everyone knew it. It's Sexy Wonka.
Yeah. Apparently, they've revealed that the reason they're making the trailers for these upcoming musicals not reveal that it's going to be a musical, like with Wonka, the Mean Girls movie that's coming out, and also The Color Purple, is because with test audiences, they said they didn't like musicals. So you have to trick them into watching a musical. And everyone's argument is, what test audiences? What do you mean?
I'd be more pissed that I walked into a musical.
Yeah, that was a thing. Like with Sweeney Todd, I think someone was talking about. That it didn't market itself as a musical. So people went in and like they start singing throughout the whole thing. And everyone's like, well, this is bullshit. This isn't what I was expecting this movie to be.
But Sweeney Todd is a musical.
Yes, but also so is Mean Girls. You know?
Is it?
Yeah, there's a musical version of it.
Oh, that Heather's bullshit.
Yeah. Heathers did it, and then everyone else went, we can do that too.
If you think Heathers is a good story because you like the musical, I'm done with you too.
You don't know. You need to watch the
You probably
actual
pronounce
movie.
it as Raz. And you're probably fans of Spider-Man.
Take that. Wonka number 1. I've heard no reviews for it though.
I heard it's the greatest thing since sliced bread,
Yeah.
which Wonka invented.
It's like bread, and then there's just like there's too much chocolate shit on it. It's just a Pop-Tart.
Looks like little tiny orange hands touched my bread a lot.
Why is the Oompa Loompa... What's the man's name? The actor?
Great.
David
Duchovny.
What? He's so small. Like, really small.
Yeah.
Like, he's like the size of a rat, maybe.
No, he's not. He's bigger than that.
No, he only stands to, like, Wonka's shin. You know?
Yeah, they're tiny.
But they were, like, not that small. They were goofing up the lore of the Oompa Loompa.
I think they were supposed to be smaller than
No.
having smaller actors play them.
No.
Also-
I don't believe it.
As a grown adult on that tour with Charlie and the Wonka Factory, right?
Yeah.
And Augustus gets sucked up into the tube, right?
Yep.
And then Wonka says some dark things about, like, we have to, like, expungiate him before he drowns.
Yeah, it's something like that.
And then he just blows his flute, and then he tells them to go do something. And then across the river, all of a sudden, all the Oompa Loompas come out, and they just start singing this song while they're making chocolate.
about how such a shitty parent Augustus is. It's always about, like, you're a really bad parent.
Yeah. How do you not sit there and go, I need to get off this fucking ride?
Your kid is in danger because
We
you
are all in
bad.
danger. We're in a madman's fucking house, so we need to get out of here.
So yeah, Wonka, number 1, unsurprisingly.
Wonka's number 1 all throughout the world, so deal with it. Number 2, The Ballad, Hunger Games.
Nice.
Number 3, The Boy and the Heron.
Yeah.
Number 4, Godzilla -1,
Cool.
which still equals Godzilla. Trolls Band Together, number 5. Number 6, A Wish.
Ooh.
Just like how Jonathan Majors wished he still had his career.
Ooh.
Oh. Or even better, Spider-Man fans won Game of the Year. Number 7, Napoleon.
Hey.
Number 8, Renaissance, a film by Beyonce.
Okay.
Number 9, Poor Things.
Which I hadn't heard of. And everyone's like, it's amazing. And I'm
What do
like,
you mean?
I
It's
haven't...
a movie about the rest of us in this world.
I know Emma Stone's in it. I don't remember who else is in it.
Okay.
I don't know what the movie's about.
Number 10, The Shift.
I don't know what that one is.
Me either. Wow, okay.
Well,
Good job, Wonka.
Hooray, Wonka. I guess people don't like musicals now, huh?
Okay, we got some movies to review.
Yeah, we watched a couple of good ones over the weekend.
I don't know if they were good.
Most of them are good. I would say they were all good, at least.
So I'm going to start with the lesser known one, Chicken Run 2, Dawn of the Nugget, which is out on Netflix. And yes, it is a sequel to a movie made in the early O's.
Yes.
Chicken Run.
It's still claymation.
It's made by the guys who did Wallace and Gromit.
Yep. Classic. Amazing animators.
It's about chickens trying to survive.
It's very funny. I enjoyed it. My favorite was Babs, I think was her name. The like super fat chicken that was always knitting. She was my favorite, 100%.
Why are you trying to weight shame her?
That's the only way I can think of describing
They're
her.
all that shape.
No, she has more thigh going on than anyone else.
Okay. It was funny. It was not their best.
No, it was fine.
I think Wallace and Gromit was funnier. And there was no need to do a sequel this much later.
Also, minor spoilers. Disappointed that the villain.
Yeah, the villain is the same thing again.
Yeah, and it's just like, really? We waited 20 years and it's the same thing again. I liked their daughter, Molly. Was that her name?
Mm-hmm. She was more like her mom.
Yeah, she was fun. She was cute. I liked her and her friend hanging out. They were fun. But, like, yeah. I was going to say the worst part was probably Rocky.
Rocky did nothing.
And not only because he was voiced by Zachary Levi. Levi?
Levy. And honestly, his name's Pew. That is his name.
Which I registered because it was Mel Gibson. And I registered right away that it was not Mel Gibson in this one.
Zachary does not sound like Mel Gibson.
No.
He's not anti-Semitic enough. Put a little Jesus sparkle on that, you know?
But no, he's not. It was only okay in this one.
You're not watching it for Rocky.
Yeah, everything else was fun. I had a fun time with it. It's not what I would be like jonesing to watch again, though. You know?
Yeah, no, it was just interesting that they did it. And when I saw that it was coming out, I was like, oh, I mean, I'll watch that. Mm-hmm. And I did. I did exactly what I said I would do.
I would much rather watch the first one again, though.
Yeah.
Because something I was thinking about, so in the second one, they have a lot of hyper-saturated bright colors for the environment they're in, because there's an overall theme of forcing you to be happy, which makes sense with the story. But in the first one, it was all, like, gray and overcast. And I preferred that because it made the chickens pop more when everything else was gray and sad.
Well, it's... okay. There's a reason why.
Oh, why?
The first one, they live in these coops, which are more like, I'm going to be honest, concentration camps.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to give you those overturns of darkness.
Yeah.
Because they're being lined up to get killed to become chicken pot pies.
Yeah.
And they kept dreaming of an island where they can live and be happy together. Which, if I remember correctly, if you rewatch the first movie, the island is actually right next door to the farm. So they didn't actually go far. But now they live on that island.
Yeah. It just, you know, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it.
Now, the next Netflix movie, Leo.
Adam Sandler.
No one told me Bill Burr was in there.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. And then, what the fuck with the kindergartners?
It's such an accurate depiction of kindergartners, though.
Oh my god. If you have not seen them, you need to see this.
It's
Not only is this just a good movie,
it's very good.
but when you see the kindergartners... Do you remember that moment where I just broke and I was just like, what the hell?
Yeah, because I saw them before. I knew what to expect.
They're tiny,
They all look exactly the same as each other.
Their eyes are giant in the sides of their head. They have giant heads.
Yeah.
And their mouths open up as wide as they can. And they're ferocious.
And they just babble nonstop.
Yeah, babble and they just touch everything.
One of the best jokes, there was a slideshow because now the main kids of the story are in 5th grade, and it's like a shot of these 2 giant jelly bean head goblins, and then it turns of them in
kids,
kindergarten, and then it turns into like actual humans. And I was like, that is what it's like. It's like you're just this nothing bean, and then suddenly you're a person.
So the story follows Leo, the class lizard.
Yeah. One of 2 class pets, a lizard and a turtle.
Turtle's named Squirtle.
Yeah.
Which no one can remember, and I was like, really? I think we can all remember his name, Squirtle. It's kind of a cool turtle name.
It's pretty cool.
It's cool. It's not as Turtwig cool, but it's cool.
It's pretty cool.
He gets taken home by one of the students every week when he has to go get taken home. It's like an assignment for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
He can talk to the kids.
Yeah, apparently the thing is animals can talk to people, but they don't.
Yes, but he doesn't seem to have a problem with it.
Yeah.
But as he keeps talking to each kid in the class and helping them with their problems, he keeps setting out a white lie.
Yes.
And he keeps telling them, you're the special one, that's why I'm only talking to you.
Yeah.
And then there's where your shenanigans begins.
It was really good. Not every joke landed.
Nope.
There was a few too many pee fart jokes. But
It's
that's
Adam Sandler.
Like, it's Adam Sandler. Like, whatever.
Like when Squirtle's rubbing his butt on his rock. And he
Yeah.
goes, can you please not do that to my pillow?
Yeah. It was when the teacher, like, scared Squirtle and he just, like, flipped over and peed everywhere. And I was like, okay. But a lot of other jokes were really funny. Like, there's a magician who has, like, balloon animals, but they're made out of bubbles. And he hands the kid one and it pops. He's like, you're not holding it right.
That happened. It was really quick.
Yeah, and so it's also, like, the sweetest story that I can think of for an Adam Sandler movie, at least in a long while.
Yeah, it's a kid's movie.
It was very endearing. It's also a musical.
Yeah, I guess there are some musical moments in there.
Like that they sing regularly. It's not amazing.
I think the most bizarre thing was the teacher tried to kill him.
Yeah, but it made sense.
And I loved... So she takes him out to the Everglades. That's where she kills him.
Yeah.
She just abandons him there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all the other animals in the Everglades are coming by looking at him. Because they're like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And he's just stuck in his stupid pose.
Like his fear pose, yeah.
And then a flamingo comes up to him and he goes, dude, stop it. You're freaking everyone out.
It was really... And it was smart. And a lot of things that I didn't think would, like, make sense or come back. Like the drone ended up being a character.
Yeah, the drone.
And that worked out great.
So a kid is being overparented by a drone.
Yeah.
The drone at one point gets really upset with Leo and the kid's relationship. Mm-hmm. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Where the drone shows up in the glass door with a blanket over its head and a coffee mug, and it's like floating in the air so it looks like a human.
Yeah.
It was kind of creepy. It was so upset.
It was smart, and it did actually have some real meaningful messages for each of the kids, which I was amazed that each kid got something to happen to them.
Yep.
You know, no matter how big or small. It was great. It's gotten a lot of praise already.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Was not nominated
No.
for the Golden Globes.
It's got Adam Sandler on it, and everyone just like, no, it's an Adam Sandler
So
movie.
he does do his dumb voice.
It's not the worst.
It's not Hubie.
Hubie Halloween.
It's more Little Nicky.
Yeah.
Little Nicky or
A little Happy Gilmore-ish, like that kind of lower, growly type voice.
Gilmore doesn't talk like that.
He does sometimes. When he's mad, he will.
I was thinking Billy Madison.
You watched Billy Madison more, and I watched Happy Gilmore more. So,
Have you seen the Steve Buscemi scene?
Of course, I've seen the movie.
Oh my god. I'm so glad I called that guy.
Elio was good. If you have nothing to do, check it out. Have a nice fun time.
Yeah, no, just grab a Grab a kid off the street and watch it with them. And then here we are at the big finale.
We finally watched it.
Oppenheimer.
No. We watched Barbie.
We watched Barbie.
That was great.
My first critique right off the bat. Not as good as everyone says it was.
Well, it's never going to live up to everyone's hype and expectations.
But it is good.
It is very good. A little long.
It is really long.
Like, we got to a point and it was like, this is the climax. And then there was like another 30 minutes. And I was like, oh okay. Like, you needed it, but like, still.
Who's your favorite character?
Ken.
Ken's my favorite character, too.
He was really funny. Ryan Gosling did a great job.
Mojo Dojo Casa House.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I love it. I want one. And the naming convention is... I wish I thought of that. Mm-hmm. That's like of my level.
They had so many... It was so funny. My god.
If you think about what he says there. Mojo. Which is to have like sexiness.
Yeah.
Right? A really dumb way to say it. It's supposed to be a joke,
like
right? Like
macho or something, in a way.
Well, like, I have my mojo.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to laugh at someone when they say that, right?
Yeah.
And dojo,
which
is house. Casa, house. House.
Mojo, house.
Yeah, sexy house.
It was so funny. A lot of the effects were practical. Like when they were going to and from Barbie Land, that was all practical, I think.
There's no way.
Yeah, I saw some behind the scenes things. Maybe the backdrop was CG'd a little bit, but everything, like them, their props, the moving stuff in front of them.
And the car flipping?
I don't know about the car flipping.
Yeah, they didn't do that.
I do remember they were saying that whenever something flipped, like the car flipped, or when Ken was flying through the air, they wanted it to look like how a kid does it. Because when you have your Barbie, you hold them and you twist them in midair, so it has like a weird, not like fluid spin to it.
Yeah.
And they wanted to replicate that, and I think they did a great job. Also, when there's like, Barbie doesn't walk down her stairs because you just pick her up and move her where you want her to go. Mm-hmm. And that's why she floats off her house every morning. So good. It was so good. It was so accurate. And I loved, we were like halfway through the movie, and they were in the outskirts of the world just outside of Barbie Land. And I was looking at it, because it's just like a desert. And then I was like, oh my god, it was always a desert. Whenever I did Barbies and they like left their home, it was just a desert on the outside. What?
Toy? Or because you lived in a desert?
No, just because like if you're not in your place, it's just a desert. That's what it always was in my imagination.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One of my favorite other characters was Alan.
Alan was good.
Alan is played by Rick Moranis.
No, not at all. Michael Cera.
Yeah, the other Rick Moranis.
Barbie was actually probably my favorite character.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the narrator's talking, and when they get to Alan, the narrator says there are no replicants of Alan.
No.
And then Alan just goes, yeah, I'm really confused about that. He's just some guy. He's not cool. He's not a Ken. He's not good looking.
He was Ken's friend. That was what he was made for.
He's just a guy. And then at some point in the movie, he's like actually beating up people. Mm-hmm. And you find out he's like actually kind of a badass.
Can't help but notice that your favorite characters are the male characters in this female-centric story.
It's not a female-centric story.
What?
No, there was room for everyone.
There was room for everyone. But also
that was the point of Ken's story.
Okay. What was the point of Barbie's story?
Be a woman. No, Barbie was trying to fix everything that was wrong, and Ken felt unappreciated.
Yeah, Ken felt like how women feel like in the real world. Did you not? They said that like 4 times. Did you not get that? Too busy thinking about Mojo Dojo Casa houses. Thinking about one of
fingerless gloves and fur jackets.
Do you want to start over The Godfather and then just talk over it? It feels like I've been talking to a lot of people who just bring up Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League.
Okay. That movie did take some shots at me.
I loved it. I thought it was great. I really liked John Cena being Ken Mermaid.
Yeah. Mermaid Ken.
That was great. I want 10 out of 10. Great movie.
Oh, Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah, he's again another male character. What about Sasha? Or Sasha's mom? How about Midge? How about Dr. Barbie? Or President Barbie?
Isn't Midge the one that he freaks out on and he goes,
Midge
so glad we've discontinued
Midge
you?
is the pregnant one, yeah.
Yeah, and Will Ferrell walks up next to her and he just freaks out.
He's like, oh, sorry, I thought we discontinued you. It is weird. Like, no one wants a pregnant Barbie. That's weird.
That was their way of tackling that whole thing.
That was really great. As someone who played with Barbies, it was perfect. It perfectly encapsulated imagination of playing with a Barbie.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was just a fun toy movie.
Mm-hmm.
Toy Story's better. So we almost made it to an hour.
Yeah, there's just not much else to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the holiday season right now. I want everyone to enjoy that. Hopefully there'll be some surprises from this channel this weekend.
Ooh.
There might be, there might not be. I don't know. It depends on how tired I get.
I'm posting a video on Tuesday, the day you all should be listening to this, if you listen to it once it comes out. I'll be posting a video.
Let's be honest, most of you listen on Wednesday.
I'll be posting a
I
video
watch you.
on Patreon on Tuesday, and it'll be available on YouTube on Wednesday.
Nice.
I'm excited. Yeah?
Well, Pokemon.
Oh, what about Pokemon?
There was something that came up a few weeks ago, but I didn't add it into Coffee Break. Because of how long the last few episodes have been.
Well, what is it?
It's the rumors of 2024.
I don't know what these rumors are.
So I guess this is Pokemon news.
Pokemon news. What rumors? I've only heard of like the anime that's coming out.
Yes, so we're gonna get the anime.
February? January?
Probably have to wait till April.
Oh man, maybe I just want it.
What was it? There are no games announced for Pokemon.
Yeah. Yes.
There was a rumor that they were going to announce them soon. Seeing that they have only about a week and a half left to do that. Sorry, I turned away while I was talking.
A week and a half left to do that.
I was physically looking at a calendar.
Yes. when reality doesn't fit well with the microphone setup, sorry.
And so there's speculation. Because
Yes.
we just came out with 9.
It's gotta be a spin-off. I'm hoping for like Mystery Rescue Team, Mystery Dungeon. I would like a new one of that.
Why?
Maybe new Pokemon Snap. Be into that.
Oh, a new Pokemon?
A
new
new-
Pokemon Snap.
New Schmokemon Pap.
So there's thoughts that this will be a Gen 5 remake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I would also be super into.
Yes.
Legends Arceus, but of Gen 5.
Another Legends game.
Which I guess would be Legends Victini?
Well,
Legends... Because Kyurem wouldn't be around, because that was made...
some people have been able to figure out some stuff.
Ooh, like what?
Little data mining
Yeah.
has shown that they are not interested in doing a Legends Victini.
Oh.
We are going to do something called Legends Celebi.
Is it Johto?
Yep.
Oh, I want that way more! That's way better!
These are rumors. I don't know how true they are. But I found that interesting because I was like, I would go back to Johto.
Oh, the burned tower won't be burned down yet!
Yep.
Maybe we'll be there!
Plus we now have those Paradox versions of them.
Yeah.
We can play with that.
Oh, and we're also having the Paradox versions of the trio, the sword trio? What are they called? The ones...
Yeah.
Virizion, Terrakion, and
I
Cobalion.
think that was something that told them that was why this is going to happen. Mm-hmm. Apparently there's going to be a black and white remake and a Legends game.
Here.
And then Gen 10 is not till 2025. Go fucking figure that out.
Where everything is happening. 2025.
Or you won't have enough money or time to spend with everything else.
It's so true. Damn.
You want to go see your dying grandmother?
No,
Nope. GTA 6 just dropped.
I can't do that next week either because
Grandma's dead already.
This new movie comes out that's going to be really good.
Can't hang out with you this Christmas. I've got movies to watch.
Sorry, Pokemon. The other one. I already played the first one. Now we gotta do the other one.
Which means 2024 is going to be boring.
It will be a pain. It's gonna be all just rumor mill shit. Because it'll be like, oh, well, in 2025 we might see this.
Yeah, and who reports on rumors?
I think that's coffee break.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm very excited for Pokemon. I want to see what they do with it.
I know. I want more, like different forms. I want to see past renditions of characters I like their ancestors.
Okay.
Oh, it'll be cool.
I'm so done.
Bye.
Bye.